Sorry, that's my fault. I should have done this.
There's some reporting today that the Iranians had embarked on this broad influence campaign over its nuclear program, targeting a network of academics, and some either were or became top aides to Rob Malley. Do you have any comment on that?
Yeah, I will say I read that story, and from my read of it, it looked like an account of things that happened almost a decade ago, most of which involve people that do not currently work for the government. The one U.S. government official I did see, the one current U.S. government official I did see mentioned in that story, has written critically of Iran on a number of occasions before joining the government, and underwent a thorough background investigation to obtain a security clearance before joining the State Department. She now works at the Defense Department. I'll refer to them to any specific comment about her status. But as I said, it looked like a story about things that Iran was doing almost a decade ago.
Matt, can I follow up on that?
Sure.
But this person who, as you mentioned, is now at State, they were seeking direction and advice directly from Tehran, from someone who was affiliated with the government. As you say, it was almost a decade ago, but do you think it's appropriate for someone who sought direction from someone who then passed her emails on to the then foreign minister to then get a security clearance and work on Iran issues at the State Department?
I am not going to speak to the underlying details. When you see emails like this reported and you from something that happened, like I said, almost a decade ago, and are presented in a story where I don't know the entire context. I will say I know that she has written critically of Iran a number of times in the past, and most importantly, any official who comes to work on sensitive issues and it has to obtain a security clearance undergoes a full background check that is conducted by career officials. That's what happened in this case.
Can I just make sure
Yeah.
that we have one thing? The question said that she now works at State. That's not correct.
Yeah, she did work at State, now works at
Yes,
the Pentagon.
exactly.
Right.
But she was hired by State.
Correct.
Originally.
Yeah, and I said
But
I
she
meant
now
that.
works. Yeah, but that wasn't what the question was, and you didn't.
Correct.
You didn't,
She works.
You didn't
Yeah.
correct it. The question that I have about this is whether any of this plays any role in the investigation into Rob Malley.
I am reluctant to say anything at all about the investigation. As I've said before, I don't think it's appropriate for me to get into into speaking at all about that investigation, and even taking the step of ruling something out might by implication rule other things in. I don't think it'd be appropriate for me to do so. Anything else on Iran?
Is
Yeah.
there an update as to his status, whether there's an end in sight to the investigation or his return to his role? Is he expected to return to his
There
role?
has been no change in his status. I don't have an update on the investigation, and because I don't have an update on the investigation, I wouldn't have any update on his return to the department.
And have congressional overseers been briefed to your knowledge about adequately about the circumstances surrounding his leave?
We believe they have been briefed adequately. There have been, you may recall, back before the congressional recess, we had a number of engagements with them and made clear there are things that we can brief them about his time here and about the policy work he's done, as well as his leave status. And then there were other pieces with respect to the investigation that it is because it is a ongoing law enforcement matter. It's not something we can get into even with members on the Hill.